Hey guys, I'm Rob and welcome back to Rob's Model Cars. I've got another brand new model review for you guys today, and it's another GT Spirit model. Now this is the brand new GT Spirit Liberty Walk Ferrari 308. Now the real car was debuted at Tokyo Auto Salon the year before last, I think, from memory. And it is another Kato-san creation, wide body flares, air suspension, slam to the ground. So I was pretty keen to add this one. You guys know I've got a pretty extensive Liberty Walk collection. So I was pretty keen to see what this was like and to add it to the collection. Now, we've reviewed a ton of GT Spirit models before. They just come in these plain black, matte black boxes with the gloss black GT and 118 logos on there. There's a bit of information on the back of the box, licensing agreements, things like that. If we open the box up, model does come inside in a foam shell to protect it during shipping, like all GT Spirit models. Does come with a little quality control check card as well to make sure that someone has checked the model. And if we remove the lid, this is the model inside. So it is screwed into the base from underneath to protect it during shipping. First impressions, it looks pretty decent, but there's a couple of little things that I can see that not too sure about. So I'll get this one unscrewed, we'll put it on the turntable and we'll have a closer look at this brand new Liberty Walk Ferrari 308 by GT Spirit. Okay, so here we go. Have a look at this Liberty Walk Ferrari 308 by GT Spirit. Now, overall impression with it out of the box is it's got some good points and it's got some not so good points. As usual, the paint finish is really good on this model. I've been very complimentary of GT Spirit's paint finishes on their models for the last year or so. This has got some fingerprints on it from me handling it. But the paint application is really good. There's no inconsistencies in it. And yeah, overall it's pretty good. Now the decals that are on the body, obviously not under the clear coat, they're just stuck straight on top of the paint, and you can see that there's a bit of a matte finish to the decals. Not a super big deal on this type of model. Remember, this is a lower end sealed resin model. There's no opening parts on it, and these retailed for around the €120. Now again, I got this model at a discounted price from Car Lover Diecast in China, so thank you Jay Lee for the discount. But you can pretty much get this, I think, anywhere where they sell GT Spirit models. Not sure whether it's sold out yet or how popular this model is going to be, but if you can get one, grab one. Now this is limited to 1,500 pieces. This is 248. Basically the same. GT Spirit models have a flat bottom on there. There is a little bit of detail on this one with the exhaust system at the back, but other than that, it's pretty much just a flat bottom. Now obviously this is an older Ferrari, so not a lot of scoops and vents that are open with mesh, so there's really no mesh on this model. Just a plastic grille on the front with a plastic piece in behind that. You do have the little indicators here and turn signals. They're replicated pretty good. Obviously this model Ferrari had pop-up headlights and they're in the closed position. You have some venting behind the headlights there. They obviously are not open up to anywhere else. But the detail is reasonably good on the front there. You do have a little photo etched Ferrari emblem on the nose of the model. Sneaky, I'm not sure how they can do that without the Ferrari license. But reasonable job on the windscreen wipers as well here. Now if we have a look at the Liberty Walk kit, this comprises of these large over fender flares which are finished in satin black. Reasonably good job there. I had a look at pictures on the internet of this real car and these are pretty realistic, the shape that they've done that front and rear. Again, it would be nice with a little silver rivet in the actual bolt-ons of the flares, but that's something you could add yourself with a super fine paintbrush. Of course, you've got your Liberty Walk decals on the model, so you've got your little Liberty Walk crests here, Liberty Walk banner on the front window, obviously the number 3 and the Advan on the side of the model. and you've got some more Liberty Walk decals on the back of the model as well. Now, going through, this has got super dark windows on it, this model, as you can see, very, very dark. The whole interior is just black, and you can't see too much of it, but the detail looks okay from what you can see. Nothing to write home about, but it's all right for the price point. Now, the engine lid obviously has these big black vent louvers here. These are all sealed as well, as are the little vents behind the rear quarter windows. Another part of the Liberty Walk kit is this ducktail wing on the back of the model. That's replicated okay, and they've done a decent job of the tail lights on the back of the model as well. Your exhaust outlets are okay either side, and you've got the Liberty Walk number plate in the center as well. So overall, the details on the outside are okay. A little bit of refinement here and there would be good. The stance is what is putting me off with this model. All Liberty Walk cars you want slammed to the ground, so in my mind this car sits a bit too high. The tyres should tuck up under the over fenders more, and there's zero camber on the wheels of this model, front and back. So a Liberty Walk car should be cambered out and it should sit lower. So that's a little bit disappointing, again, with another Liberty Walk model from GT Spirit, that the stance is just not quite where it should be. But for any of you modders out there and you like this car, as I do, I will probably tweak this a little bit to get it sitting right. Now, the other complaint I have with this model is the look of the windows here. So usually on these high-end resin models, the window gets fitted first, and then they put a photo-etched metal frame in there, which dictates the metal frames of the doors between the door and the quarter windows. Now, this has no metal piece on it at all, and it kind of looks weird because it makes it look like this is one big window. Now, there should be a metal door frame, a metal trim around the rear window, and that front split quarter window as well. So it is printed into the back of the glass, or painted into the back of the glass. As I said, you can see the black frame there, but it has no 3D effect on the outside, so it looks really odd. It just looks like it's got one big window like a kit car. So that's a bit of a major fail in my mind for GT Spirit on this model, that there is no definition of the windows by a frame. So a little bit disappointed with that one as well. Obviously there's no engine to show in this particular 308 Ferrari, as it had this type of engine lid, so no engine details in this. As I said, the interior is okay. The windows are super dark. Again, it's not the clearest plastic that they use on these models. GT Spirit could definitely upgrade and use a better quality plastic in their windows. What else can I talk about? All right, the wheels and tyres. So the wheels and tyres on this are okay. Same amount of dish front and rear, which is the same as the real car. And you've got these tyres with the yellow Advan marking. That's all correct. Pretty decent job on the wheels. They're not super detailed, but they look okay. Remembering this is a €120 retail model, so it's not a super expensive one. They've done an okay job on the brake discs and the brake calipers in behind the wheels as well, front and back. So overall, I think it looks reasonably good, but it definitely could have been refined in a few areas. Definitely the stance, how low the car was, having the metal frame to define the windows here. They are three of my major points with this model. So yes, it could have been a lot better. Is it worth the money? Well, that's up to you whether you like this particular car. I like to have it in the collection, so I'm going to modify this one slightly, so I'm happy with it. But you shouldn't have to do that with a model car release. If this is a licensed product from Liberty Walk, maybe they should have demanded that it was refined a bit more before it was released for sale. But anyway, if I was going to give this model a Rob score, I'm going to be quite harsh on this one and only give it a 5.5, maybe a high 6, but that's it, maybe 5.5 to 6 out of 10. So not really one of my super favourite models that I've bought in the last 6 months or so. Definitely needs some refinement. But that's basically going to wrap up today's review of this new GT Spirit Liberty Walk Ferrari 308. As I say, if it's a car that you really have to have in your collection and you don't mind the ride height and the stance of the model, by all means grab it. There is an Asian exclusive version of this model which is in all white with no numbers on it. That might be another colour option. I'll put a link in the description to Car Lover Diecast. You may still be able to grab the white version. Not sure whether this one is sold out or not. But as I said, that's going to wrap up today's review of this GT Spirit Liberty Walk Ferrari 308. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Smash that like button, and you can also follow me on social media. All the links are on the homepage of this YouTube channel. But for now, everyone stay safe with this coronavirus spreading around the world. I'll try and keep the content coming quick for you guys to keep you entertained. But until next time, thanks for watching. Rob's Model Cars.